Your future self is watching you right now. Every action you take today is building that version of you, not someday, not later, but in this exact moment. Most people don't realize it, but their future is being created silently in the small things they do and the small things they ignore. One decision at a time, one habit at a time, one moment at a time. Nothing big feels like it's happening at first, and that's why people underestimate it. But life doesn't change in big jumps, it changes in small repetitions. And those repetitions become identity. You think skipping one thing doesn't matter, or delaying one task is harmless, but it all adds up slowly, quietly, without warning. At the beginning, everything feels normal. Even distraction feels normal. Even laziness feels normal. Even delay feels normal. But normal is what builds your future, and that's where the trap is. Because what feels normal today becomes your life tomorrow. Most people never notice this shift happening because change doesn't make noise. It doesn't announce itself. It just happens. And one day, you look at your life and realize you didn't arrive here suddenly. You built it through habits, through repetition, through choices you thought didn't matter. And that realization hits hard because it was always in your control. Every small action was shaping you. Every ignored opportunity was shaping you. Every repeated behavior was shaping you. And slowly, your identity forms, not by what you want to be, but by what you repeatedly do. And once identity is formed, your life starts following it automatically. That's why change feels hard at first, because you're fighting your own patterns. But if you stay consistent, something starts shifting inside you. It gets easier, then natural, then automatic. And suddenly, you're no longer trying to change, you are changing. And your future self is no longer just watching. It is being built through you. You don't fail because you don't know what to do. You fail because you don't stay consistent. One good day doesn't change your life, and one bad day doesn't destroy it either. But what you repeat every day does. That's what most people miss. They look for motivation. They wait to feel ready. They wait for the perfect moment. But that moment never comes because motivation is temporary. It fades. It disappears. And when it's gone, you're left with your habits. That's why systems matter more than feelings, because systems keep you moving even when you don't feel like it. At first, everything feels heavy. Even small habits feel like effort. Even simple tasks feel difficult. But something changes when you stay with it. You stop fighting every step. You stop overthinking everything. And slowly, discipline becomes normal. Not forced, but natural. That's the real transformation when effort turns into routine. Most people quit right before that moment. They think nothing is working because results are not visible yet. But progress is not always visible. It is happening quietly, behind the scenes, building layer by layer. And then suddenly, everything starts to click. What felt impossible before starts feeling normal. And you realize it was never about talent, it was about repetition. Fear also starts to show up in this journey. Not at the beginning, but after you've already started. It questions you, it doubts you, it tries to stop you from going further. But fear is not reality, it is imagination. It creates problems that don't exist yet, and most of the time never will exist. Every time you move forward anyway, you weaken that fear. Every action, despite fear, builds confidence. And slowly, at some point, everything starts to shift. Not suddenly, but quietly. You stop depending on motivation, and you start depending on systems. Because motivation is unstable, but systems are reliable. That's when consistency becomes your real strength. Not intensity, not emotion, but repetition. Doing the same thing, even when it feels boring, even when it feels slow, even when nobody is watching. And that's where most people give up, because it doesn't feel exciting. But growth was never meant to feel exciting in the beginning. It feels slow, invisible, almost pointless, until it compounds. And then it becomes powerful. You don't notice the change day by day, but month by month, you become different. Your habits start shaping your identity, and your identity starts controlling your actions. You always act in alignment with who you believe you are. So when that belief changes, everything changes. Fear still shows up sometimes, but it no longer controls you because you've already proven to yourself that action is stronger than fear. And every time you act, you rewrite your limits. Slowly, your old version disappears, not all at once, but piece by piece. And a new version begins to take its place. Stronger, calmer, more focused. And one day, you realize something powerful. You are no longer trying to change your life. You are simply living differently. And that difference became your transformation. And then something deeper happens. You stop chasing change because you've already changed. You stop trying to become someone because you already are becoming it. And slowly, life starts to feel different. Not because the world changed, but because you did. Your habits now run on their own. Your discipline doesn't feel like pressure anymore. It feels like structure.